What's going on, family? You all are in for a phenomenal show today. Today is Thursday, so you know what that means. It's time for us to have Law Talk with attorney Fred Jones. Don't touch that dial. We're going to dive into the ICE raids and what's happening in Chicago right here on Speaker Success in the Morning. What's happening? What's going on, good people? Good morning, good morning, good morning, successors. What's going on, family? Today is October 9th, 2025, and y'all already know it's a great day to be alive. Man, if this is your first time here joining us on Speaker Success in the Morning, there's a few things you can accept. You can expect. First, you can expect the news, right? We're going to bring you the news, help keep you informed, break that thing down to where it makes sense for you. We're going to dive into a little bit of sports, but you all know we have to always give you the three E's. We're going to give you education, we're going to give you entertainment, and we're going to give you empowerment. So we're glad that you're here. And y'all, you know, we can't get this show rolling, can't get this boat moving until I bring out my co-host. Come on out, producer Britt. Talk to the people. How you feeling? How you doing
Hey,
today?
happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
You know,
Are
today's
you
like
feeling
our,
like a lion? I see your shirt on. You feeling real
the Lion
lionly?
King, the Lion King. I've seen it twice. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
love it.
Okay.
Great show. If you have not seen the Lion
Okay.
King, please do that. I believe this. Yeah, the second time I went, they added a little bit of the Lion King 2 in there. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's up.
yeah.
I never got to see the Lion King, but
hmm
I around that time I was driving Uber and I picked up somebody who was part
Oh,
of the cast from the Lion
okay.
King. So that that was cool. I was like, oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
So
Pick up
it was
Uber
pretty
early.
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. I done picked up some of everybody, man. Some of
That's
everybody. But
crazy.
yeah,
Keeping it
yeah.
A.
I was gonna ask you.
I know
Okay.
that's what I said.
Last night, so Cane Rosso went over to Cane Rosso yesterday over in Deep Ellum, and then I got the honey bastard.
What is
The
that?
pizza. I don't
Oh,
know
the
why they call it
pizza.
that. Yeah, it's pizza spot. So I don't know what the cheese they use, but they have like some hot honey over it. They have some
Mm.
pepperoni on it, a little bit of bacon, and then I also had the artichoke hearts. They have like fried
Oh
artichoke
yeah.
hearts
Mhm.
with this dip
Mhm.
off the chain. What about you? What'd you get into last night for dinner?
Well, we get our meal at church, so I ate that chicken, and then when I came home, I just had some
Mm.
edamame. Strict diet over here. Strict.
You and this girl diet is off the chain. This is this is out of hand. You
I don't
cannot
even
tell
want
me
to.
when you go to sleep. You cannot tell me when you go to sleep after you ate five pieces of edamame, like your stomach is like, cool, let's go to sleep. Your
It's
stomach is fighting you
fine.
going to sleep.
No,
No, it's
it's
not.
not. No, it's
No.
not. So
Okay.
the bag is about this big, and then I just half one day, half another day. Put a little
No.
salt, little soy sauce, little teriyaki. Made me a little
No.
concoction. Go ahead, put a little
Nope.
salt on there. Just a
No, ma'am.
light salt, and then we got cayenne pepper, red pepper, and then I got this Tabasco seasoning that I'm saving forever. I'm
Oh,
trying to save it forever. So
that's great. I
yeah,
refuse to
yeah,
accept that, but okay, that's fine. This is your life. This is your dinner. Whatever you said you ate, if you said you enjoyed it, great. That's just like we're gonna get this straight from the source. But that's just how sometimes I feel like about vegans. Like when first people say, "How do you identify a vegan when you walk in the room?" They say you don't have to say anything. They'll identify
they will tell
themselves.
you. Yeah, they will tell you.
But this is the part. It's like I can't look at your plate and then you're eating leaves of lettuce and I'm eating a steak, a hamburger, a like something that's
Hey,
hearty. I can't believe that you enjoy that choice that you made.
yeah,
You might
I
with the
enjoy the
edamame, but they
edamame.
don't with that lettuce. I'm sorry. If y'all are vegans, I'm sorry.
You
I'm
know
sorry.
what's funny? My
Charge it to the
sister
game.
used to be a vegan for years. And so like but she's still like cooking
Mm.
regular food. And so I was like, so how does that work out? And so they would, Thanksgiving, she's in California. Her birthday, she was born on Thanksgiving, but she was actually
Wow,
born on Thanksgiving, and then it
man.
moves, the day moves. So, yeah, so she's a Thanksgiving baby, and so it's like, sometimes she'll come home, sometimes she'll, travel for her birthday. But one time
Uh-huh.
she stayed in California, and they were like, "Okay, Tiara, we want you to cook." And she's telling us that she's about to cook this whole feast and a turkey and mac and cheese
Mm,
and this and that.
okay.
And I'm like, "But how you gonna taste all of it if you vegan?" And she was like, "I just have somebody taste it for me." And I was like, "That is crazy."
Mm,
So
okay.
she is
Wow.
vegan no longer because her iron levels are down. And so the
Oh
doctor
man.
said,
Okay.
"Sorry, girl, you gotta eat some meat. You gotta get them iron levels up." So yeah, yeah, yeah. But every
I'm
now
sure
and
she
then,
gladly obliged. I'm sure she
yeah,
got. Oh, I got to eat meat again.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Let's do
Every
it.
now and then
Yeah.
she still will do like a vegan diet or a vegan week, and then she is a
Mm.
tofu girl. I can't get into the
Oh, you can do a lot.
tofu.
You can do a lot with. You can do a lot
I
with
just
tofu.
I can't. I think it's a texture.
Probably, but yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it, but I think like in your mind you can make it whatever you want to make it based on how you
Hmm.
season it. So
Yeah,
I think that's why
I agree. Just
it is
like
what it
fried
is.
chicken. So let's get into straight from the source. What you doing, Josh? Oh,
Oh my
I gotta pull up the
goodness,
Bible
that's
verse.
hilarious. While you're pulling that up,
Oh,
one
that
thing
is
I know
me.
I would do. Yeah, that's you. You doing straight from the source today?
No,
Oh, go ahead and get
I'm not.
into it. Go ahead and get
Okay,
into it.
okay.
But yeah, man, nah, I would have to give me a burger. I have to give me a double mother flood pucker with cheese. That's for sure. For my Jamie Foxx fans out there. But y'all, today, for straight from the source, what we're gonna dive into and what I want to talk about here just for a moment is I want to talk a little bit about accountability, right? Accountability. What does that look like? What does that mean? And why is it important? And the reason why I want to talk about that, last night, I had a counseling session, and I frequently have counseling sessions, every once in a while. And man, shout out to Joe Corley. We've had him as a guest on the show here, and I just can appreciate Joe because he's somebody who will give an unbiased opinion, right? He doesn't have anything to gain either way. At the end of the day, he just wants to see, me be my whole self, and ultimately that's where his stock is in the conversation. But today the verse that we're going to read from is going to be Proverbs chapter 13 verse 20, and the text reads, one who walks with wise people will become wise, but a companion of fool will suffer much harm. One more time. One who walks with wise people will become wise, but a companion of fool will suffer harm. And the reason why I brought up my therapist, Joe Corley, is because so often as we go through and move through this life, if we're not careful, then we can only surround ourselves with one, other people who are just like us in thought, just like us in deed or in action. And when you're only around people who think like you, and you're only around people who say yes every time you ask questions and they never tell you no, then you're going to do yourself a disservice. How are you going to do yourself a disservice, John? You're going to do yourself a disservice because you're not experiencing different perspectives. You're not experiencing a pushback or a challenge. Why? Because everybody around you is saying, "Oh, cool. Oh, hey, what y'all want to do? Hey, let's go to the burger spot. Burger spot. Cool. Burger, burger, burger." And everybody's on board for the burger. But what if, I'm running with the analogy that we used a little bit earlier, but what if somebody else in your circle was a vegan? And then they bring up, well, y'all sure y'all want to go to the burger spot? Because, this, that, and the third, now they're sharing a different opinion and different perspective to where we at least stop for a moment and consider, could something else be true? Right? So today, what I'm sharing, what I'm bringing to the forefront is like, I was talking with my therapist yesterday, and he was saying, well, John, okay, this thing is frustrating you, right, in your life. This thing is frustrating you with your kiddos. This thing is frustrating you at work. Have you identified why it's frustrating you? This is beneficial because I don't get to look inside my own life from an outside perspective, right? And that's why in this verse here, it says, One who walks with wise people will be wise. Joe is wise, right? I have other people in my life in other areas. I would consider them wise as well. And the benefit is I can ask them questions, they can give me answers from their perspective. But a companion of fools will suffer much harm. Here's the deal, y'all. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, we've all heard the phrase, your five closest friends. Show me your five friends, and I'll show you your future. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with people who, when you ask them certain questions and you ask for their perspective, the things that they will show you or the answers that they will give you aren't biblically based? They might give you answers based on feelings. They might give you answers based on what they think. And you're like, well, where did you get that? I don't know. It's just something that I felt was right, or I don't know. It just seemed like the right answer. No, 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 no. Where I am in my life right now, the people that I'm reaching out to and the people that I'm asking questions and the people that I want them to help me see what's the best solution, they're giving me biblically based answers. What are biblically based answers? They're based in the word. You can point back and redirect me to the word. John, the Bible talks about integrity. John, the Bible talks about how to lead your house and love your wife. John, the Bible talks about how to raise your kids. If I'm asking people around me these different things, and I'm not operating within the word, they're going to redirect me. So family, today, I want you to know and I want you to assess, and identify who are the five closest people to you, right? What ideas are they sharing with you that maybe have penetrated your mind? Do you accept those? Do you reject those? And if you reject them, then maybe we might need to not throw people away, but maybe we might need to shift. Maybe we might need to not hang around some of these people so often, because they could be pulling us down, or they could be pulling us away from our goals, our purpose, our desires. But family, that's been straight from the source this morning. I'm Jonathan Jones. And like I said, we're going to get ready to dive into Law Talk here in just a moment. But if you have not hit that subscribe button, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes here on our channel and you don't miss any of our content. But take a quick commercial break. When we come right back, we're going to have attorney Fred Jones. We're going to get ready to dive into the action of what's happening up in Chicago, as well as talking about the ICE raids right here on Speaker Success in the Morning. Do you want to feel confident in your skin every day? Introducing Skin Rituals, a luxury home-based skin studio that specializes in hyperpigmentation, acne, and personalized treatments for every skin type. Owned by solo esthetician and registered nurse Courtney Durham, Skin Rituals is all about curating facial treatments designed just for you. Hydrate, brighten, nourish, and soothe your skin with expert care and cutting-edge techniques that promote natural healing. Whether you're looking for a relaxing facial or a transformative chemical peel, Skin Rituals offers results-driven treatment tailored to your needs. With over 7 years of experience, Courtney's goal is to help you safely achieve the healthy skin that you deserve. At Skin Rituals, we believe that taking care of your skin is an investment in your confidence. Book your appointment today and leave every session feeling grateful for the choice that you made to take care of yourself. Skin Rituals, because your skin deserves the very best.
All right, welcome back.
All right, family. Welcome back to Speaker Success. Welcome back. Oh, producer Britt, what's up? Welcome back.
Hey.
Like a lion.
Got my Aussie cup.
Hey, man.
Today.
Hey.
Aussie.
Is that really an Aussie cup, or did you found it like in March? You like, oh, this looks like him, or you got it like custom made? Like, hey.
No, it's not custom made. No.
I don't know. You love your cat. I don't know, man.
I do,
I don't know.
but
Britt.
I don't think I'm one of those people. I don't think I was one of those people. Like, yes, I might get like a custom T-shirt, but like, he's just spoiled in this house. Like once we go outside the house,
it's not like weird.
Backpack. Yeah, he has a backpack. Like nothing weird. Nothing
sure.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because some people, they really get into it. They really do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Come on.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get ready to go ahead and dive into Law Talk. We have attorney Fred Jones with us today. Attorney Fred Jones, welcome, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Life is good. No complaints. No complain guy.
That's a good place to be. Man, that's a good, yeah, that's a good place to be. Man, we have some so we have some topics that we need to dive into today. And I mean the news has been rolling, the news has been moving. And Britt, you want me to kick it to you and you just roll into this?
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
know,
Okay, so
yeah, let's get into it.
our both of our articles kind of have something to do with the same thing. But so federal immigration raids in Chicago are drawing fierce circumstances over aggressive tactics that officials say are terrorizing neighborhoods and detaining U.S. citizens along with undocumented immigrants. So a full overview is that more than 1,000 immigrants arrested since last month in Chicago area. Operations happening daily across the city of 2.7 million and in the suburbs. And obviously, this is all part of the Trump administration's expanded deportation agenda. So we just want to talk about this to get a better understanding of what's going on in Chicago.
Mm, man,
It's
that
exciting.
so yes. Oh, go ahead, Dad. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I said it's exciting. These type of issues causes people's hair to stand up on their arms, right?
mm-hmm.
But it's really simple, guys. It's really simple. I like keeping things simple. I'm a simple kind of guy. Basically, you dance with the girl you brought.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say that again. You dance with the girl you brought to the party. You just stick with the girl you brought to the party. You don't just hop all around and try to dance with everybody. This administration came to the party on this agenda, and this agenda is being played out day by day, and it's the same thing, the whole immigration, immigration, immigration. And when we look at that, I'm not as surprised that many people might be surprised about what's going on because it's disproportionately seemingly affecting a certain group of people. But the idea is, what is ICE, right? What is ICE? Immigration Custom Enforcement. Immigration Custom Enforcement. What's the goal? The goal is to crack down on illegal immigrants, people who are here who are not properly documented. Okay, so do we want a nation of undocumented people, or do we want a nation of documented people? Do we want a nation of legal, legitimate citizens, or do we want a nation of illegal and illegitimate citizens? So when you really think about this, there's just some balance to it that we have to look at in order to not get played by our friends, the media. So often, media is just it is hype, and it doesn't really help.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
okay, go ahead, Jonathan.
No. I mean, I was looking at this article and it was just talking about one of the quotes was, "They are the ones that's making it a war zone," and this was according to the Illinois government, J.B. Pritzker, which he said on CNN. He said they're firing tear gas and smoke grenades, and they're making it look like it's a war zone over there. So, Dad, like looking at this, and just considering, yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. Do we want a country that's full of full of undocumented individuals, or do we want a country that's full of documented individuals? But at the same time, like do federal agents need warrants to enter somebody's home during these immigration raids, or like is it just free reign?
Oh no, no. We all have Fourth Amendment rights, okay? And what's the Fourth Amendment? The Fourth Amendment is the right against unreasonable searches and seizures, okay? Unreasonable search and seizure. So that means you got to have probable cause, or you need a warrant in order to go into someone's home. But then there are also situations where there are warrantless arrest, where you can go into a situation where without a warrant. And of course, those situations has to be extringent situations or severe situations. And what we're looking at here is we're questioning how these federal agents are approaching these citizens and illegal immigrants? Because I think that there was an elected official in Chicago that was
Mm-hmm.
detained for a period of time there as well. So there is a balance to this, and that's why we have our three branches of government: the judiciary, the legislative, and the executive branch, so that we can have checks and balances. And sometimes the executive branch goes too far, and then that's when lawsuits are filed. And that's what we're seeing right here in these particular cases. Lawsuits are being filed because the governor and these different cities and states are saying, we don't want the federal government to come in. We don't want all of this. But why is the federal government coming in? The federal government feels like they have some authority based on ICE, the Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement Act, to go in and to protect what? To protect the federal buildings, to protect the federal property in these states. And if the federal government or the the executive branch administration can justify that, then these troops are coming in, and that's what's happening. But then the question is it legal, and will it be able to continue? That's what the courts must decide.
Understood. So, just to give some more detail, so agents came in from a Black Hawk helicopter to raid the apartment. Door-to-door searches early in the morning while families were sleeping. Like Jonathan said, the use of tear gas and smoke grenades near schools, breaking down doors, zip tying residents, including children, U.S. citizens being detained without warrants shown. And I think that's the question, Attorney Fred Jones, is they don't, if they, like you said, if there is, there's certain levels of it. So when it comes to just warrants not being shown, this is one of those particular times where a warrant does not need to be shown.
Well, I think now before the agents come in, oftentimes there's been a lot of intelligence that is going on, a lot of research, a lot of behind the scene investigations that are going on. And if the agents feel that they are going into a risky, volatile situation that has illegal immigrants or immigrants there with criminal records or
Mm-hmm.
immigrants there who poses a harm or a threat to the community and or to law enforcement, you're going to see an acceleration of force. You're going to see authority come out because they don't want to come in and then be wounded themselves or having second guess their approach. They want to come in full, quote unquote, guns blazing, right? They want to come in strong. And that's what we're seeing here, and it's not sitting well with the public, and perhaps it shouldn't. If innocent citizens are being raided and children are being tied and families are being separated, all of this stuff hits our emotional heartstring, right? And we say we need to do something about this. We need to do something about it. But often in the midst of that, we lose sight of those that are here illegally or those that are presenting harm or threat to the community. And that number may be very small and very few, but you've heard it said the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? The squeaky
Mm-hmm.
wheel gets the grease. So the few, the many suffer because of the few. I'm not sure how many illegal or threatening immigrants are in these apartments or homes or so forth. I'm not sure of the number, but it doesn't have to only be just one for some aspect of the media to highlight it, blow it up, and make us think that everybody is like that one.
And I'm so glad that you said that because I was just telling Jonathan offline yesterday that now on Instagram you can repost, and so like you do on TikTok, you repost a video, you can repost a post, and so this girl, well, not this girl, it was just a page, and it says Chicago is now detaining African Americans, and so when I saw the post, and then I went to TikTok, and then I went to just online, and I was like, oh, is that really happening? And so I looked, and I was like, wow, okay, that is happening based off the video, based off what I'm seeing, but the way that you're breaking it down now, it's like that was just one. I mean, yes, there's been multiple situations, but in Chicago, just talking about this raid right here, it's in a South Side apartment building. um they were already targeting the DHS and ICE. They were targeting the Tyrandid. Oh gosh, I don't want to botch this. It's a gang.
Oh yeah.
They were targeting a gang, and so when I saw the post, it was like, okay, Chicago is detaining, arresting African Americans. Beware. All this stuff. And I reposted it because I was like, oh, well, this is information that people should know because this is happening based off I saw it one place, two places, and another place. But as you're saying, Attorney Fred Jones, is that you know this happened and the media is blowing it up to make it seem like it's just this
Mm,
particular thing is happening everywhere, which it
yeah.
is, but not to the great extent as we think it's happening. And so I think that's the importance of, understanding what's going on because even I was like, oh, well, dang, So that's
Mm.
just my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, yeah, Britt, and even to your point, it says because it says here in the article, it says some targeted subjects were believed to. You said gang, but says some of these targeted subjects were believed to be involved in drug trafficking, distribution, weapons crimes, and immigration violators. So so there's a lot there, and just like my dad was talking about in terms of probable cause, for these raids and different things like that. So that does create a different narrative. That does
Yeah.
create a different picture for for said raids.
Yeah, and just to wrap this little part up right here. So, like you said, Attorney Fred Jones, so the Chicago City Council member, she was arrested. She was handcuffed at the hospital, and then the emergency hotline for ICE sightings received 800 plus calls on Friday. So
Man.
it's just it's just crazy. That's what's going on up there right now.
And we
No,
have to
I
keep
agree.
in mind, we have to keep in mind, we, the public, don't have all the facts.
True.
Mm,
And that goes
this is
unmissed.
true.
That goes missed. I mean, and neither probably does all the officials. They don't have all the facts either. They're gathering facts, but the public definitely don't have the facts, all the
Right.
facts. We just
Mm,
get pieces, bits and pieces, and it leads us to think and believe in different ways.
Hmm. Hmm.
wow.
So, we understand that this is the Trump administration's agenda, and I think that a lot of people just have a lot of questions because yes, this is not happening to you, or it's not happening near you, or it could be happening near you. But just what are some baseline fundamental things that I guess people should know? So I just have a couple questions. So, what rights do U.S. citizens have if they mistakenly are detained by immigration agents?
You have a right to be silent. Okay, now that
Mm,
often goes missed. And
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes people want to defend themselves, they want to respond, and they want to say things. Okay, please be silent. Let the authorities do what they're doing. Oh, is it
mm,
hard to do that? I can only imagine how hard that is. Number one. Number two, you have the right to counsel. You have a right to counsel. You have a right to a lawyer. Okay, get a lawyer on the phone as soon as you can, whenever you can talk. Okay, okay. Then you have a right to due process, the Fifth Amendment. You have a right to counsel, a right to argue your case, and a right to ask law enforcement and the government to prove that they have legally arrested you or detained you in any given situation. So be silent, talk to a lawyer, and wait for your day in court.
Hmm. Hmm. Got it. Got it.
Question for you, Attorney Jones, because in this article that we were reading, one of these individuals who said that they were zip tied and they were restrained, they said they asked, "Can I speak to an attorney?" And then an attorney wasn't that they never got the opportunity. So in this situation, what can this individual do? Is it just wait it out, or what happens here?
Comply, be respectful, comply. And I know we've heard this over and over again, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's what people often miss. Law enforcement has the ability to give you a death sentence on the spot,
Mhm.
and dead witnesses don't talk. And we think it's just dumb to tell somebody, be respectful, comply, and be quiet. We think that's just lame, right? Compare that to being dead, because the blue is being backed by not only everybody out here, the blue is backed by the Bible in this country. Okay, now that's weird, right?
Mhm.
Christians in this country support the police and law enforcement. And hey, yeah, there you have it. Okay, okay, all right, okay. So what can you do? Be quiet, talk to your attorney. If they don't give you one, still be quiet. Go ahead and calm down, settle down, and give yourself a chance to live. It would be better to live than to be dead arguing with the police in a situation where you've been detained or arrested. I can't say that loud enough.
Understood. Okay, a couple more here. So, can residents legally refuse to open the door for ICE agents?
If they do, if they give you a command to open the door and you don't open the door,
Uh
you
huh.
better step back from the door because it's about to be busted open in your face.
Mm.
They're going to
Okay,
come through.
they're gonna come
If they
through.
say, knock, 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 law enforcement, open the door,
Hmm.
and you don't, and they know you
Understood.
back there, or they know people in there, and they have real reasons to know somebody's there, they're going to come in with force.
Wow.
Understood.
And they ain't going to have to pay to have the door fixed. Come
That
on.
was I had that on my that was on my question list, Mr. Jones, because I was like, so yeah, when that happens, and yes, I watch a lot of TV and raids and everybody searches and things like that,
Oh
but
man.
they're not responsible to replace that stuff.
Oh
No,
wow.
no.
Yes. And
Oh
sometimes they
wow.
be going in there and just messing everything up on
Man,
purpose.
say breaking down the door, put the hinges getting blown out, like the whole situation. The whole
So it's like
situation.
renter's
Okay.
insurance. I don't know.
But let's talk about the other side of this.
Yeah. Mhm.
Being a compliant, legitimate, or law-abiding citizen to the best of your ability and doing what's right and being in a vicinity around people that's doing right, we probably wouldn't be faced with a lot of this.
Mm.
However, no matter where you go and no matter what you do, if you look like us, it's
Mhm.
going to be a different set of rules.
Mhm.
Mm. Mm.
Now, I wish I could say that differently, y'all. I wish I could, but I wouldn't be honest. So,
True.
so at least comply. Oftentimes we just talk about what they doing wrong and this is bad and all that. But on the other side, what about if we just And I know that people say, well, if you abided by the law, you wouldn't get arrested, you wouldn't get targeted. That's not true.
That's
Certain groups of
Mm.
people get targeted more by law enforcement than other groups of people.
Mm.
Mhm. That is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonathan?
Yeah. Well, Dad, I have this question then. So what should people do if agents are entering their home, they don't show a warrant? Like, what can we do in this situation as citizens?
Well, as I said, if agents are coming to your home and they don't have warrants, and they didn't knock, or they just you're gonna have to let them in. You're gonna have to
Mm.
let them in, and it's law enforcement, right? And if they're
Mm.
there, there's a reason why they're there. And if you got somebody in your home that you know is not documented, that you know is not legitimate, and that you're trying to hide somebody or house somebody, or if you yourself is there and you're not legitimate, then you've opened yourself up to that. Okay,
Mm.
unfortunately, and that doesn't sound good or feel good, but that's the reality of it. Okay, these agents are not going to these particular buildings just because everybody there is doing right.
Mm.
They're not going to these facilities and doing these raids because everybody there is church members. They're going there because somebody there has reasons to be questioned. And yeah, we are a country of laws, whether we like it or don't like it, whether the laws work for us or against us. We
Mm,
are a country of laws. And rules. And if you don't have laws and rules, then you're going to have recklessness. You're going to have cities out of control. And let's be real.
yeah.
Now, we done heard enough on the television about certain cities in America that some of us wouldn't want to go to. Come on, if we
Mm,
being honest. Okay. And now that we got the National Guard and federal agents going into these cities, it seems chilling, but at the same time, is it as bad as it seems? I don't know. The jury's still out.
Mm.
mm.
Okay,
And
so just
what? Oh,
oh.
good. No, Britt, I was gonna bring just this up. The thing that comes to mind is like when we talked about the Katrina documentary and how they had the National Guard walking with these guns and these rifles, and then the people were saying just how it incited fear and just the type of environment that it
Mhm.
created. And I was just paralleling that, and I'm like, I don't know, is it as bad as it seems? I don't know. I'm not in
That's how I
Chicago.
was feeling. I was feeling like that too, Jonathan, when your dad was talking earlier, and it was like the public, we don't know all the information because on the Katrina
Mm,
documentary, neither did they, and they didn't know all the
mm,
information either. And that one police chief or police the head of police, he was just talking and talking and talking, and he said that he was like,
man,
I just said whatever information that they gave me, and he was just
man.
saying it and saying it and saying it, and yeah, it backfired on him. But just to your dad, just to Attorney Fred Jones' point is that yeah, we don't know everything that's going on. Yes, it does look bad in the media. It looks horrible,
Yeah,
because kids are being separated from their from their parents,
man.
and people are
Yeah,
being zip tied. It was a 67-year-old woman. There's tear gas. There's this. There's that. But
man.
yeah, to your point, we
Chemicals
just
flying everywhere.
don't
Yeah.
know everything. And just to wrap up things here, so anything that they're doing, Attorney Fred Jones, is anything that they're doing, ICE, the DHS, is any of this a constitutional violation?
Oh, very good question. I like that question. Okay. Well, what we have here is an administration that's living life on the edge. Let's be real.
Clearly,
Mm,
yes, very,
mm,
We
very.
got an administration that's living life on the edge. And if I was the person in charge and I'm experiencing a second term of being elected, the second term, and that I have already appointed almost the majority of the Supreme Court,
Mhm,
mm,
okay,
mhm,
if I've
mhm.
almost appointed majority of the Supreme Court, then I probably would feel that I could just do whatever I wanted to do. Okay.
Right.
So,
That's
because I have the support, and better, even more so, not only am I second term,
mm,
mhm.
uh, got the court almost in my pocket, and then
man.
more than 50% of the American public have raised their hand to say thumbs up to me,
Mhm.
then I'm probably going to be doing some things that is on the edge. The question is
Wow.
is anything this administration doing that's probably unconstitutional? It probably is. It probably is. And courts are saying that. Courts are
Mm,
saying that. There are several courts that have ruled that the sending of the troops into these cities, into these different states, is just unlawful. And it's not supported by the Constitution. And you're going to see judges firing back, and you're going to see lawsuits going back and forth to really balance or answer that specific question. So there's some activity that's going on that is exceeding what many believe is constitutional authority, and the courts are going to hammer it out and help us to see where we're going to land. But even if the courts hammer it out and help us see where we're going to land, and I appointed the court,
Mhm.
then not that the court is going to be biased based on the appointments, right? She's
Right.
supposed to be blind. She's supposed to be blind,
Mhm.
and justice is
mm,
supposed to be nonpartisan and unbiased, right? But
Mhm.
it doesn't always play out that way. Is what this administration doing constitutional? Some of this stuff is way out on the edge, and
Mm.
we'll have to see how it's playing out.
Understood. Okay, my very last question before you shift, Jonathan. Can you explain just a legal definition? What is an allegory? Is that what they're saying that Trump is uh
Oh,
oh
allegory. Okay. Uh-huh.
yes.
Type of government or type of authority.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oligarchy or something.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's almost something. It's a form of government. If I'm not mistaken, it's a form of government where it's kind of like one person rule.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's
Uh-huh.
it's it's kind of like an authoritarian or
Yes.
authoritative form of government. It's
Yes.
not. It's not. Uh, Checks and balances.
Mhm.
It's the kind of government where one person has managed to put themselves in a position of power
Mhm.
to the
Mm.
downplaying of everybody else and the traditional process. Okay.
Got it.
Uh huh.
Understood. Mhm. Because that word's just being thrown out, and that's how they're describing Trump's administration. And so I just wanted to make that clear when Jonathan cuts these clips. Okay, Jonathan, we can shift. Do your thing.
Wait, what?
I said we're shifting.
Oh, to the next article because I know there
Well, the
was some
articles are
repetition
kind of
between the two
one and the
articles.
same, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
what I. Okay, you must not got my text.
No, 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 no.
Okay, yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, Dad. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. Man, this technology. So yeah, so Dad. So with so I know where your heart lies with AI, and I know we've talked with you oftentimes about AI and you're passionate about AI. So can you give us an AI update? I know I talked with you offline a little bit the other day, and I was sharing with you. I was like, Dad, there's the positives of AI, but what are the negatives of AI, right? And just in terms of like some legal implications there.
The copyright ownership of what AI produces is dangerous because many creators are going to forfeit ownership of their creativity. Okay, number one, what is AI? Artificial intelligence. Why is it called artificial intelligence? Because it's machine made. But the short answer to the downsides of AI is people with who owns the patents, people who owns the trademarks and the copyrights are the ones who are going to get paid. The big companies are owning the patents behind AI. OpenAI, Claude, Anthropic. These big companies are buying up all of these models, okay? And they're coming out with all these large language models and these machines. And everyday people are going to get lost in the sauce if you're not properly registering your copyright, registering your trademarks, and being on the alert of how our intellectual property, how our creativity is helping these machines to run.
Mm.
That's the downside of it. We often talk about the people in the 60s and the 50s. I do, okay, who lost all their rights and who didn't own their songs and all this kind of stuff.
Mm.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Mm.
Because people are not getting good legal counsel on how to protect their intellectual property. We're just enjoying it. Ooh, I created a video. Ooh, I wrote a book in 2 minutes. Ooh, I did this. Ooh, I did that. And they're doing all that, not realizing that their creativity is being fed to a beast
Mhm.
that's not going to pay them back.
Mm.
Hmm.
So, with that being said, is there a time frame for copyright?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. When someone copyrights their material, the time frame is copyrighted as okay, the moment you take a thought and put it on paper, it's copyrighted.
Mhm.
But that thought
Hmm.
put on paper needs to be registered. If you don't remember anything else, you got to
Hmm.
register it. When
Mhm.
you register it, you get the certificate. When you register it, you then become the legal owner. The time frame of a copyright is for the life of the author plus 70 years. Okay? That's a long time to have copyright ownership. In it, have you ever put something up on Facebook and it says running a copyright scan? If you
Mm-hmm.
put something on YouTube, running a copyright scan. We need to
Yeah.
become copyright addicts.
Mm.
Life of the author plus 70 years.
Mm.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Trademark has to
Yeah.
be renewed every 5 years.
Okay.
Mm.
Hmm.
All right. There's your legal
Great.
vitamin for the
Okay.
day.
Great
There's your legal vitamin
information.
for the day.
So, if you are, curious about what's going on with ICE and deportation, Attorney Fred Jones, he definitely summed that up. Jonathan and I, we asked some great questions. Love, sorry, Ozzy. Love the answers. Jonathan, I'll pass it to you so we can promo.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Y'all, if you know, if you're somebody who's looking for protection, you're looking for somebody who, ultimately will have your best interests at heart. Be sure to go to fredjoneslaw.com. We're grateful to have the privilege and have the opportunity to have my dad on the show weekly here every Thursday when we do law talk and we break down news and we break it down in a way that where you can use it. But we just want to just make sure that you all reach out to Attorney Fred Jones, right, to get that legal counsel and to be able to, set yourself up, if it be copyright, if it be trademark, anything like that. So, Dad, thanks so much for joining us here on the show. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we're going to get ready to wrap up Speaker Success in the morning after this. Are you a new or budding entrepreneur looking to set your business up for success? Profit Mode is here to help you navigate your entrepreneurial journey with expert education and services. From tax planning and bookkeeping to selecting the right business structure, Profit Mode has you covered. They'll even educate you on how to properly set up your business for building credit so you can grow with confidence. Profit Mode's mission is to provide you with the tools and guidance you need to establish a solid foundation for your business. Whether you're just getting started or you're ready to take the next step, we're here to support your goals. Let Profit Mode help you turn that entrepreneurial dream into a reality with the knowledge and services to back it up. Your success starts with the right foundation. Contact Profit Mode today to get started.
Oh,
All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome back to Speaker Success in the Morning. Producer Britt, man, we
what's
educated the people this
up?
morning with
Yeah.
man, we educated the people this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, what you
I
got
like
for
it.
it? What you got
Okay, yeah,
scrolling,
we got
Producer
some
Britt? What
stuff.
you got?
Okay, I know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't bring this up when your dad was just here, but now ChatGPT now lets you chat directly with apps to get things done
Mm,
faster. So,
man,
yeah.
same.
So we can watch a little
Wow.
video. Okay, booking.com. Find it.
Mm,
Ah.
yeah, 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 yeah. We technology is here, man.
Did you know about this?
Technology. I knew about a variation of it, just like how people,
Mm,
have their bot or whatever people are calling it,
yeah.
to where they can do things for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Gotcha.
this is cool though. That's cool
Okay.
though. That's cool.
Okay. Okay. So, oh man. So, this is wild. So, Forever 21. I know you heard of it, Forever 21. They had a
Mm-hmm.
men's section. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, from 11,000 to 4.4 billion, then gone in
Mm.
just 3 years. The wild rise and fall of Forever 21. Because, Forever 21, they're
Wow.
done. Like, they're closed down. There's not one in Grapevine. I think there might be one
What in the
hanging
world?
on somewhere, but it's the rise of the online shoppers. So, now you
Oh
got this
my
other
goodness.
website called Sheen, and then when
Sheen.
COVID hit, nobody was we couldn't go to the mall, we couldn't do
This is
anything.
true. This is true.
And Sheen, the prices versus the prices at Forever 21, you can get so much for your a lot of bang for your buck on Sheen. And then there's
Man,
also Fashion Nova, who is
man.
also a big competitor for them. Forever 21 was a big deal when I was
They
21.
were.
That's for sure. Yeah, to the world.
They
So
were a big deal.
they were a big deal, and so it's just crazy to see them gone. And I would say in the last like five, maybe in the last like 5 years, that when they were, active, they had just changed their return policy. Like you could return stuff because at first it was just like
Ah,
all sales are finals. You know how that is because
too late.
you worked in retail. Yeah, it's too
Yeah,
late. It's too
too
late.
too
So
late. But
yeah.
that's like one of them wild things, though. Just like like giants, we think will never fall. We never thought Blockbuster was gonna be gone
Right. Right.
until Netflix came up, and now we never thought
Mm-hmm.
Netflix was gonna be gone. But Netflix, I don't know, Netflix ain't
Mm-hmm.
doing so. So
Well,
it's
that's
just one
not
of them
true.
things.
That's not
Uh oh.
true.
Uh oh.
I
Uh oh.
I
Uh
have
oh.
a Netflix is actually
Uh,
they're putting in a bid to buy Warner Brothers Studios.
oh, okay. On credit, I'm
Yeah.
sure. They
Yes.
buying it on credit, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
They
So
putting everything on credit. Okay.
I know. Okay, so we got about 9 minutes. I'm gonna get through this. Okay, so we all know the Olympics is in LA. It's in the US this year. I mean, well,
Mm.
yeah, next year. Well,
Yeah, yeah,
2028.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
tickets will go on sale in 2026 next year and will start at just $28. Now, what can you get for $28 here in the
Oh,
United
wow.
States? What kind of seat do you get for $28 in the
In
United
LA?
States?
Wow.
In LA?
Mm.
That sounds like standing room only. Okay, so the
Outside.
Olympics are
Yeah, outside.
coming. Okay, so ticket registration opens in January 2026 on the la28.org, followed by a draw that assigns purchase slots later that year. Single tickets will start at
Mm.
$28 with premium hospitality packages also on offer. Okay, so
Mm.
locals near the Olympic venues will get early access. So along with the Olympic tickets, the FIFA tickets, they went on sale probably a month ago. And so cuz we have a game here in the at the Cowboy Stadium. We have a game here for FIFA. It's going to be huge. Jonathan, if you ain't made no t-shirts in a while, you better make a t-shirt for FIFA and you better sell them t-shirts, okay? Cuz everybody gonna want something. Everybody gonna want something. I'm telling you, it's coming. The security's gonna be crazy. It's just gonna be
Man.
wild. It's gonna be wild.
T-shirts. Flip them
Speaking
shirts.
of California, Tim Cook, who has been the CEO of Apple longer than our guy. Oh my gosh, it just went blank.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve. Sorry,
Steve
Steve
Jobs.
Jobs,
Big
and
Steve.
now he is preparing to transition as his
Mm.
65th birthday approaches, and this new man, John. We got to
This new man.
once the public gets used to a CEO, we see your face for years. It's like who's this new guy? Who is this? Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Who
Tim?
is this?
What's wrong with
I
Tim?
mean, I'm still rock. I still rock with Steve because the visionary. I rock with Steve. So
I mean,
hey,
but Steve, okay. All right. Well, Tim is reportedly stepping down. He's preparing to step away, and we got a new guy. His name is John Ternus.
mm,
Trinus. But yeah,
mm,
he's coming into play. He is the senior vice president of hardware engineering. So let's see if he
okay.
can bring some special things to Apple. I hear a lot of people are not liking the update. Crazy, because I love it.
Oh,
Um, Speaking
mm.
of money, Miss Beyonce, Janelle's Knowles
Oh,
Carter, okay, Beyonce's hairline brand Sacred has reportedly earned over $200 million in its first
God,
year.
that's so much
The
money. That's a lot of money.
$56 restoring hair edges drop are said to sell every 16 seconds, contributing to
Mm,
estimated $110 million in revenue, while the rest of the line has brought in around $90 million from more than 2 million customers. Am I one of those customers? Yes, I
mm.
am. Yes, I am. I'm one of those customers.
Wow,
I contributed to this.
wow,
And a lot of people like Beyonce,
wow.
she just fooling y'all. She taking all y'all money. But, we love Beyonce and we want to see her win. But we want those visuals too, Beyonce. So come on
Beyonce
our way.
won. Beyonce won already. Yeah,
Beyonce is a
she's
winner.
a lifetime. She's a lifetime winner. The rest of us need to win also. Okay.
I like that. Well, we
Yeah.
are winning in your own way. Okay. Okay. So speaking of FIFA, speaking of soccer, speaking of games going on, we got another billionaire. As he's
Mm.
playing, Cristiano. Oh my gosh, I always botch his name.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes.
I can even say that.
I botch
What?
it every time. Sorry. Cristiano Ronaldo becomes the first footballer to reach
Mm,
a billionaire status with record Saudi contract. So,
mm.
the contract is yeah. They extend the contract 2027. It's estimated to be worth $400 billion. $400 billion.
Jesus.
Quick fun story on how he met his wife. His wife was working in retail, Jonathan. Saw her, said, "You pretty.
Wow.
I'm rich. I want you. Let's go." And it's been like that ever since. And they
Wow.
got kids and everything.
Wow. Imagine going to work on a regular day,
Getting
single,
scooped. Okay?
and getting scooped up. Oh my, that's wild.
Been together
I can't
ever
even fathom.
since. Been together ever
I
since.
can't even fathom.
That I
Wow.
mean,
Okay.
you don't hear people meeting like that or getting scooped up like that. That's like
Nah.
a old black and white movie or something. And you're like,
Yeah, that's a rom-com situation right there.
oh, yeah, definitely a rom com situation.
Got
So,
rom-com
I
written
was gonna
all
save
over it.
this for tomorrow. I'll probably say it tomorrow again. But over 90,000 fans are expected to be in attendance for the Texas OU
Jesus.
game this weekend. Okay, so the Cotton Bowl is
Wow.
already it's sold out, Jonathan. It is sold out. Okay, and on top of that, the Longhorns are currently
90,000.
favored by 1.5 points. I don't necessarily know what that means. I know that's a whole
Wow.
lot of parlay situation. But oh, look at that, Coach Hart. He liked this post
Hmm.
as well. So
Go hard.
90,000 fans. Police will be everywhere. Traffic will be crazy. Rental cars are going to be seen. Ubers are going to be
It's
expensive. Lifts are going to
man.
be backed up. Everything. If anything that you could do, get in a
Everything
helicopter,
is up.
okay? Okay. Book a helicopter ride somewhere.
Everything is up. Say, send one of them Chicago helicopters to the DFW because
Yes.
that's gonna be wild. And I'm
It's
sure
gonna be
Matthew McConaughey gonna be somewhere on the sidelines and everything.
oh
Yeah.
man. Yes.
Trey Young probably gonna be out there on OU sideline. Who
Oh
knows?
man. I didn't
Because
pay
you know
I didn't pay
he
yes.
general manager for the
That's
basketball team.
right, Jonathan. That's
And now at this point, these sports are starting to blend. Like all the
mm-hmm.
sports now is starting to look like how the Lakers games used to look back in the day when they
Yeah.
had that celebrity row.
Yeah.
That's how all the sports games are looking right now. It's getting
I
wild
agree.
out here.
Okay,
It's getting wild,
okay. So,
man.
Jonathan, if Tiffany's can do this, you can do anything, okay? So if Tiffany's can sell a $1,500 paperclip, solid gold, you can also stand by your price. You understand me? So don't you go lower, go higher, okay? Because
Wow,
1,500 for a paperclip. It is 18 karat gold, but come on now.
Tiffany's y'all tripping. I got to be one to
That's all
say,
you got to say.
what
That's
is
it.
that gonna go on? What is that? What are
Paper.
they gonna put that on?
Paper.
Nah. That
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 this
paper
lives
better
in
be
a
some.
yeah.
That paper better be some real paper. You understand me? Because
This lives
that
in a
paper clip better be a money clip.
This is like multi-millionaire, billionaire type stuff because there's just no way. There's just no way.
That's
Okay.
why I will shine a paperclip before I
Did you
buy that.
have a PlayStation 2 growing up?
Of course I did. I had a
Oh,
oh wait, I didn't have a PS2. I had the PlayStation 1, then I had the
okay.
little small one, the little
Mhm.
mini, and
Mhm.
of course I had, yeah. No PS2 though. I didn't have the PS2.
Oh man,
I had the
still got my
Xbox. I got the
I
Xbox.
still got my
Yeah.
PlayStation 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So, here we go. So, old photos reveal of how this is how the releases used to go. They don't know nothing about this, Jonathan. Look at that. They outside playing the game. They playing the first PlayStation, waiting for the second PlayStation. Love it.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Look at that. Time it used to be so easy. Life used to be so simple. Stand in line, get
Man,
your PlayStation. Look at that.
used to be.
Used to be PlayStation 2 bags. Just very
Mm-mm.
nostalgic. Look how many PlayStations you got.
The
Oh my goodness.
nostalgia. The
The
nostalgia.
nostalgia. Yeah. I saw
Oh
this
man.
post and I was like, this is so great. And it's at Best Buy. They had tickets. I mean, I was
The
so
way life
excited
used
when
to
I
be.
got yeah, I was so excited when I got my PlayStation. So, man.
The way life used to be.
Man. And then we have to talk about this. So, last but not least, everyone is upset at
Mm.
LeBron. They said that he was cringy, he was corny, and for doing the Tuesday, the second decision
Oh
announcement.
God.
And yeah, Stephen A. Smith called him corny. He said it was cringy.
Did he really?
He
Oh
did.
God, Stephen
So
A.
I know
Smith.
somebody to
Stephen
call
A.
somebody corny, but yeah.
Stephen
What
A.
do you think
Smith
about
has
it?
something to say about everything. He got something to say.
Okay.
For one, the video. Well, for one, looking at LeBron, like it looks like a spoof type video, right? Because it don't look at him right there. It look like he in a movie.
Right.
And I mean, you doing all that just to push some liquor. I mean, cool. Do your thing. You know, you marketing. People say you run the brand masterclass right now. But let's be honest. We should have known that he's not gonna say he's retiring right now.
Mhm.
No, LeBron is gonna juice that lemon, juice that lime, juice that orange all the way,
Mhm.
and then he's gonna say he's retiring to where when it makes the most sense. It too much is happening right now. His son is playing basketball right now in Arizona.
Mhm.
Then his other
That's
son
right.
is still trying to come up and make a name for himself.
Right.
He ain't gonna take attention off of other stuff that's going on. And then that him and his partner who allegedly stepped out of the basketball league. I believe they
Mhm.
called it Project B or something like that.
Mhm.
He's not going to take attention away from other things that he got going on.
Gotcha.
It don't serve him in this situation. So yeah, what was your thoughts on it, Britt? What you feel about it?
When I saw it, I was like, really, LeBron? And I just moved on. That was it. I was like, ugh, really? The
Yeah,
liquor? Get out of here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I was
hey,
like, you got everybody on pins and needles. We're all like this. Like, oh my gosh,
is
what's
he
going to
gonna
happen?
retire? Is
Is he
he
going to
gonna go to
retire?
another
What is
team? What's gonna
this?
happen?
Yeah, everybody
Is
was
he putting out a hair care line?
LeBron to Dallas. That is hilarious. LeBron to Dallas. LeBron here. He's going back home. He's going to retire.
That boy,
LeBron over
no.
here making commercials in the back. But
Making
yeah.
commercials through his
Yep,
production
yep,
company.
yep. So if you see something that you saw scrolling, you want to feature on the show, send me a DM at producer Britt on TikTok or Instagram. I will review it. And next time you watch a show, you might see what you saw scrolling. Okay, Jonathan. So we're 2 minutes
Mm-hmm.
over. We had a great show today, guys. I hope you learned something.
Hey,
Get
yeah.
into the education. Make sure you read you an article. Do something good for yourself. Happy Thursday, happy Friday, Junior, to myself because I ain't got work
Friday, Junior.
tomorrow. Ain't got work tomorrow, and your girl is excited. I'm going to the fair this weekend. If you see me, say hi. If you don't know me, walk on by. All right, I just had to make that rhyme. All right,
Oh,
bye.
wow. No, if you see her, say hi. Say, let's take a selfie. Let's post on the gram and tag Speaking Success in the morning. But all right, family. Yeah, just like producer Britt said, man, do something good for yourself. If you out there with them 90,000 fans at the Texas OU game, I don't even know what to tell you. I'm gonna pray for you, okay? Because that's all I can do. Because that's you're gonna see a sea of burnt orange. You're gonna see a sea of crimson. That's just a lot, okay? That's just a lot. But family, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Do something good for yourself this weekend. Drink some water, drink some orange juice, hug somebody that you love. And family, also, just like producer Britt said, man, we gotta stay on this education, right? Get it in doses, get it in bite sizes, whatever you need to do, but make sure that you get it, right? So, family, remember, we're gonna be here tomorrow, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. But remember, speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why would you and why should you live any other